And here's Knight on the right-hand corner in front of the Crater bench. A long arcing three-point shot off glass. That's Kane Clark, the sophomore, welcoming him to the Crater Gym. 4-3 now in favor of the Comets. A three-pointer by Julian Grant, followed by a free throw by Jacoby Cole, and then Clark off the glass.
Grant with a long three, feeling confident tonight. David Rodriguez with the pressure on Raber, and Raber dribbled it off his own knee. Comets ball out of bounds.
Ball to be taken out right in front of Ryan Mars in the Eagle Point bench. Eagle Point in that royal blue tonight and trimmed in yellow. Comets, of course, in the home white, trimmed in orange. Pass intercepted here by the Eagles, quickly up court on the right-hand side. I mean, man needs to go out for the track team.
Yeah.
Misses the lay-in, but followed in by Connor Knight for two.
Logan Moreno showed some wheels there, and a great hustle by Connor Knight. I've liked what I've seen from Connor Knight tonight, Jeff. He's had a steal. He caused that last steal as he got his fingers on the ball, and then he had a really nice block on Eli Bryant right under the basket. So really getting it down on the defensive end is Connor Knight, and then with the hustle play and the follow-up layup, put the Eagles ahead 5-4.
Field goal made by Eli Bryant. Conversation now from two OSAA officials in regards to the aftermath. I'm not quite sure what that is, but maybe
yeah, it's a long discussion, though.
Delay a game, maybe?
Yeah, I didn't see. Did maybe hit the ball away?
Could have been.
Yep. Looks like he got a warning, maybe. Intentional foul on Elijah Bryant. So I didn't see. I kind of looked down after the bucket, Jeff, but I mean, apparently he ran into Connor Knight because Connor's shooting.
See that highlight in the NBA where Larry Bird, you know, the Lakers make that lay-in. I think it was James Worthy, and Bird takes it out of bounds and basically checks or hip checks.
Yeah,
Worthy
he throws them all the way into the crowd.
Right, so something similar that happened there where Eli made that field goal, got back up, and maybe did something where he wouldn't let Connor Knight back into play. That's all we can think of. But nonetheless, a couple free throws for Connor.
And the ball.
And the ball. And a personal foul on Eli after a very nice move.
It was a nice move, compounded by maybe an error in judgment afterwards. Either that or he's just a huge Larry Bird fan and figured that was all A-OK.
They didn't call it on Larry. Why start now?
That's right. 80s NBA basketball was a different game, Jeff.
You know what, Jason? It was fantastic.
Yes, it was fantastic.
All right.
Indeed.
Back to reality here, folks. 4 minutes left, first quarter. Eagles are up 7-6. Ball gets into the middle, into the Knight. And Knight, the 6'6", 6'7" senior, just softly knocks that in. 9-6 now, 3:40 left, first quarter. Rebounded. Team effort by Higginson. He throws it, though, into the hands of the Eagles. Number 5 going down the right-hand side is blocked by Grant. That's De La Cruz. And he goes down to the ground. I don't know that he was hit, but he certainly had some momentum. And there's the late foul.
Looks like the foul was called on Grant.
So there was contact.
That's his first foul.
Couple possessions here. I kind of like how the Eagles get after it on the defensive
I do too.
rebound. They just go.
I love that defense to offense.
Nothing like easy baskets in basketball.
And it's a fun style of basketball to watch.
De La Cruz off the back iron, 6'9" still, favor of the Eagles. De La Cruz up with 1 of 2, 10-6 now. Early start here for boys basketball, 5A action, Midwestern League. Couple teams in the middle of the pack. And there's Grant. He'll make a nice lay-in off the right-hand side, off the glass. Still a senior crew on the floor for the Comets, plus Julian Grant, the junior. Here's Connor Knight. It's going to be long into the hands of David Rodriguez, one of those seniors getting the start tonight for Coach Brian Scott.
Of course, for senior night, Kyle Biddle, who's been injured now for about 6 weeks, Jeff. He went out on the court for senior night, but his senior season is over with the Comets.
Higginson kicks it into the corner for Bryant. Can't get that to go. Stolen away by Jacoby Cole. Back into the hands of Bryant. He'll take a 22-footer. Comes up long. Nice save into the hands of Clark. He's triple teamed, and he's going to blow past them. Look for the advantage. Nice little Jay Campbell floater is what I call that for number 22, Logan Rund.
That's a patented shot from Jay Campbell, Jeff. I think he owes Jay 25 cents for that shot.
We all do. Jay Campbell, head varsity coach of the Crater Comets here. Baseball, that is. Been in the school district for a long time. And there's Jacoby Cole, the senior, with his first field goal tonight, much to the crowd's applause or liking. 1:39 left, first quarter. Clark can't get that to go. Snared down by Cole. Now Bryant crosses half court. Grant picked up the De La Cruz. Knight on Bryant, knocked it away initially. Between his legs once, twice, 2 dribbles, and he's fouled about as hard as you can be. In front of longtime OSAA official, but he's going to let his partner make that call.
Yeah, sure enough. And that's Knight. That's just his first foul they're showing on the scoreboard, Jeff. I thought it was his second, but I miscounted.
Brian up and in with his first. Nice to have both cheerleading squads here for both schools tonight. Normally those away teams don't travel with the cheerleading squads, but a good Baker's dozen to 20 folks here on the cheerleading squad for the Eagles.
Yeah, indeed. Both squads are pretty full.
Scrum underneath for the ball comes in the hands of the Comets, and Higginson, of course. Eli Bryant with the long shot comes awry. Clark works his way into the middle. He'll find a running mate for a nice, beautiful three-point shot. That's number 15, Jason. That's Mason DeVry.
It's DeVry's first shot of the evening, and it's good.
Nothing like coming off the bench and all cotton.
Indeed.
15-10 now.
Grant with a nice step back, but that one is in and out. Rodriguez with the rebound. He tried to pass out to Bryant. Kind of passed it between Bryant and Grant.
.20 seconds left here. Shot clock is turned off. Rodriguez guarding the sophomore Clark, taking his time at half court. He's already got instructions from Coach Ryan Mars. He's going to pull up from about 22. Rebounded quickly with 5 seconds left. Here's Grant off to the side of Bryant. He's got plenty of time, can't get it to go. His time expires, and he's whining, not whining, but asking and pleading for a foul.
And saw that one coming a mile away, Jeff.
And he did get the foul. He got a technical foul. So tough call. Tough first quarter for senior Eli Bryant. 15-11 is the official score as we take a break into the second quarter. We'll be back here on Table Rock Sports. Coming back after a technical foul was called on Eli Bryant. He, with 5 seconds left, he got the ball around half court. A pass from Julian Grant went in for the lay-in, missed it, felt he was fouled, expressed his displeasure.
Yeah, I would say. And then expressed it even more.
Yeah. And the far side referee wasn't going to have it. He came in and called the technical, which will be the second personal now on Eli, who's on the bench next to Coach Brian Scott.
Coach Scott's keeping him close by now. Connor Knight shot both free throws, missed both free throws. So no harm other than that second crucial foul from Eli Bryant. His first foul, too, if you'll remember, Jeff, was maybe not equally as unnecessary, but close. Also resulted in 2 free throws by Connor Knight. And he made one of the 2. Freshman phenom back in. That's Trey Smith. Got the steal, but he immediately threw it away.
There he is getting a rebound on the defensive side. He had a point-blank shot.
Yeah.
And, again, just checked into the game but made an errant pass. So 1 turnover, 1 rebound for the freshman. Normal starter for Coach Brian Scott.
Wow. It's two turnovers in a row from the Comets. And the Eagles were able to capitalize on that one with Connor Knight getting the easy right-handed jump hook.
De La Cruz on the miss, but a rebound and put back from Connor Knight. Here's Trey Smith now in the far corner. Long shot by Julian Grant is good.
That's 8 points for Grant. I've got him 2 for 4 from three-point land tonight. And he's taken a couple of very long threes.
Shot up and in for Connor Knight. That type is a three-pointer. So he's heating up from the land of deep as well as the land in the middle.
Knight's got 11 points, 11 of the Eagles' 20. The Eagles' defense has really been bothering the Comets too, Jeff. They're doing a nice job of getting their hands in the passing lanes. That one, kind of a cheap one from Raber as he reached around and knocked the ball loose from Rodriguez. Not what I would call sound defense, but end result is the same.
Another three-pointer for the Eagles. That's number 11, Ricky Spangle. The junior nails one from deep. 23-14. Coach Brian Scott's seen enough. I need a timeout. The John L. Scott board. Boy, I screwed that up on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Reads the Eagle Point Eagles 23, Crater Comets 14. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Full timeout from Coach Brian Scott, now in his 3rd year at the helm here for the Comets. 5:33 left second quarter. A nice run from the Eagles. Barrage of three-pointers from them to extend this lead up to 9. Into the game is LJ Leland.
Yes, and we should know these names. Colin Converse as well. And Julian Grant with a nice jump shot from the free throw line.
Knight, a big rebound over Grant. Another field goal for him.
Another errant pass from the Comets. Coach Scott, I can already see it on his face, Jeff. At halftime, he's going to be telling these Comets, you got to take care of the ball. They've many of their turnovers. I mean, I think Eagle Point is playing fine defense, but a lot of the turnovers are really unforced from these Comets tonight.
Another guy they're missing from the starting lineup is Malachi Barlow. I don't see him on the bench either tonight.
You are correct. Julian Grant continuing his hot shooting. That's his third three of the night.
De La Cruz gets a rebound and up and in off the miss from Easton Raber. So again, the hot shooting continues, and the efficiency for Coach Ryan Mars and the Eagle Point Eagles. 27-19 halfway through the second quarter.
Grant dribbled himself into a trouble there, Jeff, with the double or triple team.
Nice leak out and a bucket. That's Logan Moreno for the Eagles. Comets can't get a stop on their end.
Grant says, if I trade you threes for twos for the rest of the second quarter, can we catch up that way? We'll see.
Coach Ryan Mars wants a 30-second timeout. He's got somebody to get into the game. We'll take a break with him. It's 3:20 left in the second quarter on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's the Comets 22, the Eagles 29. And welcome back here to Central Point, home of Crater High School. Gym's filling up. We've got a game after this. We'll have Danny Canada on that call. The Crater girls, the number one ranked team in the state at the 5A level, bring their 21-1 record in. It's not senior night for them, I don't believe.
It
Jason,
is
it could
not.
Be.
They've got a game Friday night. And, of course, they're going to have a play-in game, which is most assuredly going to be a home game for them. Leland just struggling to keep control of that ball. Again, this Eagles defense is really causing fits for the Comets tonight, Jeff.
I agree. It starts on the defensive end of the court for Coach Ryan Mars. Hustling. Attitude's right, engagement is there. Good things happen.
That's exactly right.
This is a team, though, that's struggled in the Midwestern League as well, though. Julian Grant just likes that spot, doesn't he?
How about Julian Grant tonight, Jeff? In case you're wondering, that's 5 threes from Grant, and the Comets have 25 points. You do the math. Oh, and by the way, he's got 2 regular two-point field goals as well.
Another field goal there. And that's from Spangle.
Why not?
33-25. Smith into Converse. Young sophomore can't get it to go. Big rebound by Jacoby Cole, and he's fouled by De La Cruz. Speaking of Julian Grant, he reminds me a little bit that hot streak like that of his dad.
Yeah.
Those of you that have played basketball with his dad, a South Medford standout.
Colin Grant, late 90s standout at South Medford. But let's go back even further, Jeff, to OIT Owls legend Frank Grant. That's Julian's grandpa. And Frank was quite the sharpshooter in his day. Grant's a long line of basketball players. Julian's also got aunts who were basketball standouts, Colin Grant's sisters. Julian on cue, poked that away.
Stolen away by Spangle from Smith. Back into the hands of Knight. He can't get it to go. Spangle with the rebound, throws it up. Grant and Knight go after it. He's held now. The foul is on Connor Knight, and he runs directly to his coach.
He's like, Coach, calm me down. Coach Mars stiff-armed him, Jeff.
Right.
He's like, you go calm yourself down. I got my own problems. So Connor Knight says, Coach, I was fouled, and when I retaliated, they called the foul on me. Coach Mars at halftime will let him know the retaliation always gets the call.
You got to believe maybe a substitution's coming in for him with 1:50 left here in the second quarter. Comets have trimmed this lead down to 6 now on the heels of Julian Grant. He's the one with the ball bottled up on top. Man-to-man defense for the Eagles. Converse in trouble. Gets it to Smith.
And we've seen Trey Smith go off, Jeff. Now that one was off the backboard, but sometimes just seeing the ball go in helps, right?
That's right. He said, well, if Raber can do it for the Eagles, I'll do it on our side.
Why not?
Banking glad. Here's Converse with a little confidence and a nice shot off the back iron. Can't get it to go. Raber finds himself loose on the screen, and Converse went through the screen, but Raber stayed.
Just got a good old-fashioned shootout here at Crater High School, Jeff.
Both teams.
Got to think Grant's shooting that ball. The basket's this big for Julian Grant.
36-32 now, 35 seconds. De La Cruz works his way in. Nice move, tipped up by Knight. It's a volleyball match, and Higginson's going to get called for too many hands, and De La Cruz says, nah, enough swiping at me. Higginson says, well, I play football. That's normal to me.
That's right. The officials are discussing it. Connor Knight's like, hey, do you guys remember when I got fouled a few times down the court? Yeah. He's explaining it.
That's right.
He's like, because Coach Mars wasn't hearing it, and I got to tell someone about this.
You got a grievance. You got to get it out. Just somebody.
Sometimes all you need is a listening ear.
All right. Well, the pace is frenetic here. It's 36-32 in favor of the Eagles. We'll be right back here for the last 27 seconds here on Table Rock Sports. Ball to be inbounded here. 27 seconds left in the first half. 36-32. It's been a Connor Knight and Julian Grant show, amongst others. Nice defensive effort for the Eagles here in the first half has generated some points as well as some sharp shooting. Leland now bothering Raber the best that he can, looking for a high screen from Knight up top. Really wearing him out with 9 seconds to go now. Here's the real screen. Finds a man in the corner. He's got an open look. Can't get that to go. Oh, down the court, and Smith heaves up a half quarter, and that'll do it for the first half here on Table Rock Sports. The John L. Scott scoreboard reads the Eagle Point Eagles 36, Crater Comets 32.
I like most about working at the Ashland Food Co-op is that it's a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. I play a lot of musical instruments. I bought my own tuba when I started working at the co-op. Sometimes I'll bring it into work to play for like my coworkers and the customers. When I bring my tuba onto the bus with me, it definitely gets a lot of heads turned and people will ask me, what's that thing? Why is it so big? RVTD is moving our community forward.
Don't miss the Start Something New sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, Rod here from Medford Mattress. We're all about helping you save money on a super comfortable, healthy night's sleep. We have low prices, special no-interest financing, and free local delivery. That's right, free local delivery on brands like Simmons, Beautyrest Black, Serta Perfect Sleeper, Beauty Sleep, and more. So if you want to save on a comfortable, healthy night's sleep, come to Medford Mattress, downtown Medford, and see what you've been missing.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Stretch their budget this January? That's pretty much all of us. That's why Abby's is offering this giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar Special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun January at your local Abby's.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Carpet One has been serving Southern Oregon for 68 years. And it's time to celebrate during our 68th anniversary sale. Save on Southern Oregon's largest inventory of hardwood, waterproof flooring, carpet, laminate, and tile. Plush carpet just $268 a square foot. Laminate $168 a square foot. Waterproof plank an incredible 68 cents a square foot. Plus pay no interest for 12 full months. During the 68th anniversary sale at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the Start Something New sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on the Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
And welcome back to the start of the third quarter here. Midwestern League action between the Eagles and the Comets. Great first half, Jason. 36 points on the board for the Eagles, 32 for the Comets.
And that second quarter was downright entertaining, Jeff. Julian Grant's shooting and Connor Knight's all-around game.
You'll notice that Eli Bryant, the senior, played all of the first quarter, but really none of the second quarter after he picked up that technical foul. Stolen away by Smith in the middle now. He'll cross half court, assess, gives it up to Rodriguez, the senior.
You know, Jeff, freshman Trey Smith, he's one of those guys who's just always in the right spot. See, this might be interesting. Is this going to be assessed to Connor Knight or to Logan Moreno?
Number 10.
Logan Moreno it is, so Knight doesn't have to worry about picking up his third foul. What I was saying about Trey Smith, Jeff, you know, there's guys who are just kind of always in the right spot, and you know, maybe it's just instincts. I rather expect he's kind of a student of the game. He just knows where the ball's going to be. He watches on shots. He knows where rebounds are going to go. He anticipates passes. You know, that's an invaluable aspect of a basketball player, especially a young player like Smith. I'm excited to watch him as he matures.
And that's a takeaway for life as well, Jason, being at the right spot.
Why not? Yep.
Carry it forward.
Sometimes just showing up.
Here's Raber. He'll beat the press easily into the hands of Moreno now. It's in the corner in front of Coach Ryan Mars, and Raber says, I'll start out this third quarter with a three.
That's Raber's third three of the night, so he's chasing down Julian Grant with 5 threes.
I think you'll label this game, especially this year, as a rivalry game. I mean, both teams are obviously close. They're 5A, they're Midwestern League. Comets have had their way over the past 5-7 years, at least in basketball, over the Eagles. But, yeah, there's been some tight matchups.
There have been, Jeff, and we've discussed it before. Even though the Comets seem to get the better of the Eagles in recent years, the Eagles are tough to play at home in Eagle Point. It's a great environment. One of the best bands in the state in 5A. Julian Grant just continuing torching the nets. But always fun games watching out in Eagle Point when the Comets go to their Cross Valley rivals. Grant with a nice block on this end.
Spangle on the field goal attempt. 39-36. Comets clawing their way back after that double-digit deficit in the second quarter now. 6:19 left. Third quarter.
Comets back into that 2-3 zone that they had some success with in the first quarter.
Spangled to De La Cruz, can't get it to go. Tipped away by the Eagles.
Credit that with Eli Bryant's jumping abilities. Not sure he got a hold of that one, but he certainly affected the shot.
Well, let's see how much the Comets go to Grant here. He's got the ball. It's guarded by Moreno. Bryant will work his way into the lane. Attempt to dunk it, get his own rebound, and will dunk that one and nearly makes a technical. But I could see how the ball kind of popped up a little bit and he kept with the rim to keep it in.
Not sure that's a good enough reason, but I guess one could argue he had a player under him and didn't want to twist his ankle. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing was called. Knight with a nice spin. Again, the right-handed jump hook. That's going to be Eagles ball under their own basket.
39-38. De La Cruz to take it out. Here's Raber deep.
Don't want to leave Raber alone.
Knight with the rebound and a late whistle. He was fouled up top. Did not bring the ball down whatsoever.
Nope, we like to see that from the big guys. Gets the ball, keeps it up high, goes straight back up.
I want to say thanks to Lippert's Carpet One for supporting our live streams. 2 giant warehouses, design help, certified flooring installers. Lippert's Carpet One. It's in Medford and Grants Pass.
Knight's first free throw, hard off the back iron.
So Get a plug in for Rogue Valley
Yeah, let's do that.
Transportation District. They're ready to get you where you need to go. For help learning the routes, the options available, visit rvtd.org to learn more. Stolen away by Raber from Bryant. That's a jump ball between Higginson and Raber. Possession will stay with the Comets.
Julian Grant looking for somebody to pass it into.
Looks like we're looking for something. There's somebody waving somebody in.
Yeah,
you come
just
to
a
me.
stranger at the doorway.
Popcorn,
It looks
water.
like maybe the Eagle Point AD.
Hmm.
Something's afoot, Jeff.
Not sure either. Principal Dipple walking by. Athletic director. Not sure.
Yeah.
It's one of those we'll find out later.
Everybody just wandered away.
Eli Bryant with a nice pass to Grant
Indeed.
underneath. He can find the hot hand. Comets fight their way all the way back to take the lead after that double-digit deficit in the second quarter. Spangle with the miss. Grant with the rebound now. Grant was able to get the ball to Eli Bryant about 35 feet out. He made a dribble and a cut to the right, and it's a blocking foul on number 5. That's De La Cruz. He's got 4. He's trying to gesture to the bench. Hey, I've got 4. Can you send somebody in for me? He's still looking.
Coach Mars just saying, play smart.
Right.
Play smart.
He is going to substitute now, and that's number 15, Mason DeVry, coming in. He hit that nice three-pointer late in that first quarter.
He did.
Smith, Grant, Rodriguez, Higginson, and Bryant. Bryant's going to push Bryant through. It's empty on the right-hand side. An errant pass, but back to Grant. It works out. Comes up short. DeVry with, I think, a double dribble.
Yep. So Ben Higginson was guarding him, and when he took off, Ben's like, that was a good move. Hold it.
He almost got away with it.
Yeah,
It's one of those.
It's one of those where you have to kind of think it through. All right, the John L. Scott scoreboard says Crater Comets 40, Eagle Point Eagles 39. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Crater High School. Jeff Lang and Jason Brewster. More discussion here from the
I
referees.
think these officials have conferenced more than any officiating crew I've seen yet this year, Jeff.
They all got communication degrees maybe, right?
Yeah,
They just
that's
love
right.
the talk. Love to be clear. It's always
Yep.
a good thing. Higginson gets DeVry on his back, moves to his right and then to his left. Up and in for the senior, Ben Higginson. 4:15 left here, third quarter.
Nice defense from Smith and a nice pass from Smith. Rodriguez surrounded. Good hustle from Eli Bryant.
It made me nervous. David Rodriguez had
Oh.
4 people all around
Sheesh,
him.
I was relieved that he didn't know what was behind him, Jeff.
Just keep running through the wall, Coach. Shot up and in. And I believe that's Spangle on
That
the
is
three.
Spangle. That's his second three.
44-42 now, 3:30 left, third quarter. Eli Bryant with a hard drive to his left and a foul, the third for Connor Knight. Game just kind of has an interesting feel to it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Neither
It's like
team can get away from each
it's like
other.
there's kind of a lull, and then they just go on this. Both teams go on a streak, and it's like at the same time.
Right. You just get to feel that something's going to happen here.
Yeah. It's like usually you see kind of an off and on where a team will maybe get a little momentum going, and you can just feel that happening. These teams, it's like they both start clicking at the same time, Jeff. Should make for an exciting fourth quarter.
Into the game, that's 30. Corbin Farquhar. One of two for Bryant.
That's 10 points for Bryant as Connor Knight got the ball low down where he wants it. Ball's bobbled around. Eagles come up with it, still can't get it in there. And Julian Grant finally clears the boards for the Comets.
Higginson with an open look. Off the glass, won't go. Bryant snares the rebound between his legs. Now at the elbow, kicks it to the freshman Smith. Ball bounces around. Here's Higginson. He'll get it up and off the glass before Knight can get his hand up. Another field goal for the senior Higginson.
I don't know if I'd call it a pretty game, Jeff.
The ball's going in the basket for the most part, though.
Yeah. Not for lack of shooting it either. I mean, the shots are going up. Both teams have a ton of offensive boards. But that happens. Long shots, long rebounds. Easton Raber, he did a shot fake from about 35 feet. But it's that kind of game. You never know.
You never know if it'll be shot or if someone will go up for the pump fake. Knight can't get that short one to go. Farquhar back to Knight. Give the assist to Farquhar. And the field goal to Knight. 47-42.
15 points on the night for Knight.
.2:16 left, third quarter. Comets the ball underneath their own basket. Instructions from Coach Scott now. Boy, nice back door.
Wow, and nice finish.
Back to Grant. You got an unofficial tally going for?
I can give you an official tally if you want.
I'll take it when you get it. You might need a calculator.
Yeah, that's 27 points for Julian Grant, the junior. And we're only in the third quarter, Jeff.
27 with 2 to go in the third. Here's Raber off the back iron. Looked good from here. Higginson clears the rebound. Grant now. Wide open lane. And the bucket.
Uh-oh. Might be injured.
He hit the ground hard.
He sure did.
Eagle came underneath
He
him.
popped up. I was afraid maybe he landed on a wrist or something like that, Jeff. You see that sometimes when a player comes underneath you.
Well, you'll break both my wrists, but you can't get me out of the game if I've got 29 in the third quarter.
Indeed.
Jason.
Julian Grant shooting for number 30 right here with this free throw.
That's a 3 and a 0, folks, in the third quarter for Julian Grant. 1:30 left. Third quarter. Raber now pressured by Rodriguez. Up the left-hand side. Rager will stop, go over Grant. Nearly gets it to go. Big rebound between Bryant and Knight. Brought down by the man of the hour, Julian Grant. It's senior night, but it all belongs to the junior and Julian Grant thus far. The minute to go, third quarter.
Indeed, Jeff. Julian having himself a night.
Pick and roll to Eli Bryant. Rather than the finger roll, he tries to throw it down. Nearly does. 52-44 now, under a minute. Pass off the foot of the Eagle. Kind of a nice pass. That was to number 3, Carson Robinson, but he wasn't looking. You remember hacky sack back in the day, Jason?
Yeah, that's a hacky sack play right there. You know, Jeff, it's funny, we were talking about momentum and how this game's kind of had a funny flow to it. That all changed right after our discussion. The Comets got this momentum going, all of a sudden build an 8-point lead with the possibility of pushing that to a 10-point lead here with Bryant at the free throw line and 42 seconds left in the third quarter.
Some maturity taking over, some experience maybe taking over, some confidence in your home gym, possibly. But yeah, nice little run here for Coach Brian Scott and the Comets.
It's 11 points for Eli Bryant, the other Comet other than Julian Grant in double figures. Higginson has 4, Jacoby Cole has 3, and Grant has the rest.
54-44 now, 40 seconds left for Raber. Over to Moreno on the left side. He'll let that fly. It's a little bit too long. He'll hear it from the student section.
And sorry, Jeff, for those keeping track at home, I neglected to mention Trey Smith has a 3 as well, so that accounts for the Comets' 54 points.
Okay. .20 seconds left here. Moreno picks up Grant way up high. The screen from Bryant. Works his way to the baseline now. Higginson in the middle, can't handle it. Got in the hands of Raybar.
Wow, he's a racer, huh? Oh, yep, that's Eli Bryant blocked that after it hit the backboard. He was way up in the air, Jeff. Rayber was smart to get that ball off the backboard as quickly as possible, and I think if Bryant had the presence of mind, he might have let it go.
You know, my mind works so slow. I'm going to admit to a few people. So you had that ball off of the glass first before you blocked it, obviously.
100%.
Okay.
The ball hit the backboard twice.
Yeah, I was just watching the athletic move, and I was
it was impressive.
Land just to go, let's let that go and play. But
yeah, no, it was impressive because he was well above the rim. He had to have been a foot above the rim.
I guess when the ball hits the backboard twice, it means it hit first. So, nonetheless, nice quarter for the Comets and Julian Grant score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. The Comets 54, the Eagles 46. Stick with us.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Coming back into the fourth quarter here, Midwestern League action, a rivalry game, Eagle Point at Crater. 54-46. Comets had a really strong offensive third quarter, there, led by the junior in Julian Grant. Jason and I just joking a little bit as we have to work our way into the broadcast room way up high here at Crater High School. We go through the boys' wrestling room. Boys and girls, that is, wrestling room. And when we walk through that good 15 feet, it must be about 90 degrees as Rodriguez nails a 3 for the Comets, the senior A nice shot for him, extends that lead. But
you just know that's where Coach Greg Haga is creating champions like he's been doing for years here at Crater High School, Jeff. And I guess creating wrestling champions has a certain scent to it as well as a temperature.
If you ever want a good read, come up to the Crater Wrestling Room, and there's a whole slurry of state champions from the past several decades. Coach Haga does a good job. Of course, they're heading into the peak of their season. Conference finals, state finals, always held up at Memorial Coliseum. But yeah,
it's a juggernaut.
I drop about a pound as I walk through that 15 feet.
Yes.
And I'm glad they don't need a sparring partner.
Oh, boy, there's none of them I would tangle with.
I'm trying to think of some wrestling terms. My brother wrestled for his freshman year. I know there's a fireman's carry.
Sure, the half Nelson.
The half Nelson, I know that.
Yeah.
You don't come off the top turnbuckle in high school wrestling, do you?
Well, I think you can. Not sure it's a move necessarily.
Not sure.
But I think Jeff's and my knowledge of wrestling may have been tapped. Well, I'll tell you who's not tapped, though, Jeff. Julian Grant. His shots are pure, too. I mean, I'm not even sure many of them have touched the rim tonight.
Yeah, I want to see
now's a chance for a dunk. He wants this.
I want to see his field goal percentage is what I want to see.
It's out of control. I know he's got 34 points, Jeff.
Higginson with the rebound. Now Grant has it looking way ahead.
He almost passed it, then he changed his mind, then he decided to pass it to Trey Smith. Higginson said, let's slow things down a little, gentlemen.
Coach Ryan Mars is signaling for a full timeout. I believe teams are going to their respective corners or benches, if you will. 6:21 left, fourth quarter. Comets lead 61-47.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
And back after that full timeout from Coach Ryan Mars and the Eagle Point Eagles, 61-47, 6:20 left, fourth quarter. Here's DeVry and Moreno. He'll drive, scoop it up, can't get it to go, but Knight follows for two.
Connor Knight does a nice job just crashing those boards, Jeff. He keeps moving towards the basket when he sees the shot go up. That's nice when you're 6'7".
It's a living to be made for that player.
For sure.
Normal field goal percentages, I don't know, Jason, in basketball. 3-pointers, 2-pointers collectively, but
yeah, I mean,
half
it's
of them are missed at least, right?
Sure. I mean, I think you're looking maybe 40-45% is a decent field goal average, unless you're making your living down low. Then you're 50% and above, I'm guessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take out the 3-point shots.
It equates to still a lot of rebounds to be had. Ball stolen away. Raber just took it away from Higginson. Just can't get it to go. DeVry is going to kick it to De La Cruz, who's come in with those 4 fouls. So a couple field goals and some momentum now for the Eagles, as they now have 51. Let me correct that scoreboard, 61-51. Gym's starting to fill up again Friday. Well, I almost said Friday night, Jason. I was about ready to cash it in for the weekend. And there's a cash in from Julian Grant.
36 points from Grant. another one, Jeff. You know, when Julian went and shot that, it looked good when he released it. It's just you can just feel it. You know he's shooting confidently, but the shots are just falling. They look good.
Higginson turns his left ankle a bit, hobbles over to the bench, and substitute is Jacoby Cole, senior for senior, with 4:46 left. I was about to say it, Tuesday night. The girls have the late game tonight at 7 p.m. Please stick with us here at Table Rock for that. De La Cruz with the rebound. Can't get it up and in. And that is Spangle. So 3 straight trips, 3 straight field goals for Ryan Mars and the Eagles. Fighting their way here deep in the fourth quarter.
Trey Smith passed it to...
He passed it to Principal Dipple in the fourth row there behind the bench.
The intended receiver was David Rodriguez.
Trey Smith played a little quarterback as a freshman for the JV. Had a successful season. You'll see him on the gridiron for the Comets in years to come. Here's Moreno. Battle between Rodriguez and Knight. Rodriguez is going to win. I like that. You just hop off the bench and run onto the floor.
It's
no check-in.
It's like hockey substitutions.
Exactly. Speaking of that, did you watch a little hockey
goodness.
match?
You know, I saw the highlights, Jeff. I got to admit to probably never watching a full hockey game in my life, but speaking of rivalries.
I'm with you. There's so much I don't get in hockey.
Yes.
Icing, I know it's an unfair advantage of some sorts, and then this whole fight thing.
Yeah, it's like expected, and it's half of the highlights. And, I mean, 3 fights in the first 9 seconds?
3 fights in the first, and that's what I don't understand. So what we're talking about is USA versus Canada this past week, and they'll play again, I believe, this Thursday night, as Finland and Sweden I think they play for the third and fourth.
Look at you.
But, USA and Canada had 3 different fights on the ice.
A little bad blood there.
In the first 9 seconds. As Grant,
my goodness.
Grant, no fight in that shot. He is pure tonight, folks. 66-53. I'll let Jason tell you the total.
All right, it's going to take me a minute. This is public education math here, Jeff.
Spangle can't get the 3 to go. Battle for the rebound. DeVry is fouled. It'll stay here. Jason still carry the 4.
All right, so we got 6 threes. My math says that's 18.
Okay.
Plus, I'm going to have to check my field goals again because it seems too high, Jeff.
De La Cruz kisses it off the back of Jacoby Cole, an old crafty move, if you will. Misses the bunny, but Knight is there for the rebound and the putback. 66-55. Eagles are fighting hard to stay in this despite Grant's.
All right, Jeff, I double-checked my math. Unofficial. I've got Julian Grant for 39 points.
39.
It has definitely been since Nate Biddle that we've seen those kinds of numbers from any single Comet.
And here the Eagles are quietly fighting their way back as Spangle with another field goal draws it down to 9 with 2:40 left. Eli Bryant drives the baseline, gets Knight up in the air, and it's going to be fouled and a couple of free throws. Yeah, I don't remember a higher total than 39. Again, unofficially, since we've been doing this, and that's been the last 10 years or so, right?
I agree with you. I mean, I'm thinking back. Did Nathan have any 40-point games?
I am getting old.
Yeah,
my daughter will
same.
attest to that, to my memory problems, but I do not recall that.
I don't either, Jeff. So yeah, really. Just a shooting clinic put on by Julian Grant tonight, and that's it's that kind of shooting that provides the confidence that, this could just be a real game changer for this young man.
No, these are not lay-ins. They're not 5-footers, 3-footers. Yeah, Julian is doing this from afar.
And some of them are deep. All right, so John L. Scott scoreboard says 68 points for the Crater Comets. Eagle Point Eagles 57. We'll be right back.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherm's, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherm's Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
All right, we'll reset it here. Comets 68, Eagles 57 with 2:29 left, fourth quarter. We'll get the score correct on our scorecard. Board, 68-57. Raber, bothered by Rodriguez. De La Cruz wants a screen with the Rye.
So I like this defensive look from the Comets, Jeff. Tight defense, but, kind of bend, don't break type of defense where they're not allowing anything easy, but at the same time not doing the reaching and some of the stuff that we were seeing earlier from them. Eagles applying full court press. Coach Scott explaining to Jacoby Cole how to pivot and make an overhead pass late in his senior season.
Ball tipped away here by Spangle. He's going to have an easy lane, but he can't
Not
get it to
that
go.
easy. Wow.
Rodriguez taken away by Raber, but a foul called.
An all too familiar start the buses cheer coming from the Crater Comets, forgetting that Eagle Point is close enough to where most of these players just drove or rode with their parents, Jeff.
No bus to start.
Nope.
Knocked out of De La Cruz's hands. 1:33 left here, fourth quarter. Want to thank the entire team here. It's been a fun season. Jason, thank you for...
Kind of hoping that nobody gets injured before this game's over, Jeff.
All right. Comets have a couple games in the upcoming week. They'll travel up to Churchill as well as travel up to Springfield. The Crater Comet girls, they'll be right here next on Table Rock Sports. It's probably about around a 7:15 start.
That's what it's looking like. The Comet girls, they're going to be around for a while, Jeff. I expect a deep run from them.
They'll host Churchill this Friday night. Come out and see them. Then they'll go up for what would be a really good basketball game against the Springfield Millers. I believe they're fifth ranked at OSA level. Gave the Comets a tough tussle here about a month ago. And then playoffs start, and there'll be at least one, if not two, home games for the girls, the number one ranked team in the state. as we start the OSA playoffs. Great time of year. We'll take a quick time out here on Table Rock. We'll be right back.
Giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar Special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun.